It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Ravens and the Packers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. And it's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it in?
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And now the ball's out from near midfield. A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Ravens have got it.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you have there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's what for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
And he will have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that 1st down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, it wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the 1st down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw taken in by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Stafford. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll run it with Jones. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard, he didn't get anything. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for the second quarter. I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Flush to his right. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy, make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Justin Matabike there to bring him down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The return is Duvernay. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in. Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Escaping the pressure right. First down and more for Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run with Dobbins. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. One more time with Dobbins. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now it's Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So we have reached. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
These two coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season. So some final adjustments being made. And for the call in the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Beasley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
To throw, Huntley. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. That is just what this defense was hoping for. Interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Play action now. Winston. He hits Adams complete. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play there for Green Bay. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Gay's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up here in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Beasley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Huntley. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st down, Robertson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Winston. And Roberts with it over the middle. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. $37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On third down, Beasley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Huntley to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll run on first down. Beasley, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Beasley, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. That's going to be caught by Coulter. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Beasley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the Packers are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. They'll keep it on the ground. Beasley. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Beasley. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. And to give this time to the tailback. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Tucker's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. A chance for us to look at this Baltimore defense again. They've got the victory in sight. You've been in this spot before back in your playing days. How nice is it to go out there pretty much knowing this is a victory?
It's beyond nice. It's what you build for each and every week that you're getting ready to play. And that's a tough, long week of practice. But to be able to turn it into a win and be able to enjoy it, yeah, that's why you play.
Now they'll just be looking here for one final stop in the waning moments.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as